Nicaragua, escalating repression and human rights violations. I'm Steve Hendrix with your Global Minute. Nicaragua is facing a severe human rights crisis under Daniel Ortega and his wife, Vice President Rosario Murillo. Recent actions have intensified repression, targeting political opponents, the press, and the Catholic Church. In February 2025, a constitutional reform officially designated Ortega and his wife as co-presidents, extending the presidential terms from 5 to 6 years. This move effectively dismantles the separation of powers, placing all branches of government under their personal control. Critics argue that this solidifies a family dynasty, eroding democratic institutions. Not even the ruthless dictator Anastasio Somoza attempted this kind of repression. The Ortega-Murillo administration has systematically stifled dissent. Since 2018, over 5,000 non-governmental organizations and numerous media outlets have been shut down. Journalists and opposition figures face harassment, imprisonment, or forced exile. In a notable case, 94 citizens, including prominent writers and activists, were stripped of their nationality and had their assets seized without due process. The Catholic Church has been a vocal critic of the government's actions, leading to targeted prosecution. Bishop Rolando Alvarez, known for his outspoken stance on human rights, was arrested in 2023 and sentenced to 26 years in prison for treason. He was later exiled to the Vatican City in January 2024. Additionally, the government has expelled religious orders, including all the Jesuits, and seized church properties, further suppressing religious freedom. The global community has condemned these actions. The United Nations has presented credible evidence implicating Nicaragua's military in crimes against humanity during the 2019 protests, which resulted in over 350 deaths. UN experts urge international legal action and sanctions against those responsible. Despite international pressure, the Ortega-Murillo dictatorship continues its authoritarian trajectory, raising concerns about the future of democracy and human rights in Nicaragua. Ortega gets his help from China, Russia, Cuba, and Venezuela. How did it all get this bad? For the backstory, read my book, The New Nicaragua. Incidentally, it's one of the books that's banned from reading in Nicaragua. What are your thoughts on the situation in Nicaragua? Let me know in the comments. I'm Steve Hendrix for your Global Minute.